Tetas podcast. Today is a very special day. I know that you see only one of my guesses, but for the very first time in the whole history of Tetas, we have two guesses. I want to welcome today, I want to get it right, Amy Brace and Jaquelyn Vranicar. Two amazing, amazing women that I have the honor to meet. And right now, here, they will share all their story and everything that they represent and stand for. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. I'm gonna bottle you up.
I know. So let's start with something. These two women are literally a powerhouse. These two doing so many projects and things and together. How you're an amazing duo.
Mm-hmm.
How you met?
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Sure. I mean, sure. I wanted. I reached out to her when she was, knee deep in cupcakes still.
Yep.
And I asked if she could do a cupcake for our nonprofit.
Because we did a donation cupcake every month for Amy's Cupcake Shop. And she reached out in March or something, I think.
Yes.
And she's like, 23.
Yeah, you would remember. Yeah,
I would remember.
What is time anyways?
No. It was 2021.
Really?
Because it was before I was diagnosed.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2021, she reached out and she said, my name is Jaquelyn. I have a nonprofit. It's called Vranicure. And we have breast cancer in my family. And we always try to find a small organization, local if possible. And she said, yeah, I'm in Chaska, so can't get much more local than that. Yeah. And the shop was in Hopkins. It was Amy's Cupcake Shop. And so I said, of course. And we took her heart logo and put it on a little topper for the cupcakes. And then $1 for each cupcake went to Vranicure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, 1 year later, I was diagnosed. And then we became even more besties after that because she knew exactly what I needed when I didn't know what I needed. So, yeah.
Let's jump in that right away. Let's jump in diagnostics.
Yeah.
We all here in this table.
Yep.
Because of those diagnostics, because of all that call, because of that words that change our lives.
Right.
Just her. Amy.
Yeah. So I had found something on my left breast in February. It was just like a puckering in, kind of. And I had just
You find it, Toshin?
I found it, yeah. Because I was 38. I was 38 at the time when I found it. And then I was just like, I don't know. I had lost some weight and I'm going, maybe this is what my little boobs look like. Who knows? Shit changes, And so finally I had showed it to my husband in August. And he goes, go get it checked out. And I was like, nah, it's fine. It's probably nothing.
Had he not seen your boobs in all that time?
Well, not okay. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. It was a very small, underneath kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm a mom. So they kind of just fold them up into your bra in the morning and then you're all set.
We real talk about tetas.
Real talk.
Tetas talk here.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, no, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I mean, do you need the name of the podcast? That.
So I was lifting it up and I was like, look it. And he's just like, go get it checked out. What is wrong with you? And I didn't get it checked out because I was afraid it was cancer. And because we have breast cancer in my family, my grandma had it. My other grandma had it. And just little kids, if I don't see it, I'm not going to.
It's gone. Yeah.
So then I set up an appointment with my doctor in September. And as soon as he felt it, just his whole face went flat. And I'm going, that's a good sign. I bet you have good ideas in there. And that was on a Wednesday. And he goes, we need to get you in as soon as possible for a mammogram and ultrasound and stuff like that. And then as soon as I had the mammogram, they put me in a quiet room all by myself. And then I had my ultrasound and then they brought me back to that room. And the radiologist came in and it was somebody that I actually worked at the U of M with because I did CT scans at the U of M hospital for 10 years. So I worked with a lot of the radiologists and stuff. And she came in just bawling her eyeballs out. And she's like, we have to do a biopsy. And as soon as she said that, I was like, okay, well, it's cancer. And that was on Friday. And then on Monday, I was refreshing my chart as everybody does. And I had my nurse navigator call And she's like, I work until 3:30. So if it's after 3:30, I'll have to call you tomorrow. And I said, yeah, I get it. So up until 3:30, I was just like refreshing. And my husband was done with work at 4, I think, 4:30.
It's not so curious how we remember
Oh,
those
yes.
times, minutes,
Because,
dates.
Mhm.
And I was just home by myself and my doggy.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden it came up at like 3:35. And it says invasive ductal and lobular cancer and stage 1B at the time through that. And then ended up having a double mastectomy. I ended up having a total hysterectomy. I had fat grafting. I had my port in and out, obviously. Well, not obviously. Not everyone gets a port, I guess. But I love my little baby port. She was so good to me. 6 rounds of TCHP chemo, 25 rounds of radiation, and then 12 more rounds of Kadcyla, because mine's triple positive. So got that violent shove into menopause overnight, which was amazing on June 2nd of 2023. And then developed what's called androgenetic alopecia after that. So it's a lack of hormones in your body and causes your hair to thin. And so I'm just trying to embrace it. And I tried growing it out. It looked like old, like grandpa man trying to do like a comb over kind of thing. And I could feel my self-confidence just tanking because I was so self-conscious about it. And I hated how it looked. I was like, well, once I get it into a ponytail, it'll be perfect. And my ponytail was like 3 little hairs, just like sticking out the back of my head. And people are like, no, it's looking great. And I was like, obviously you don't have eyeballs because don't lie to me. Like, this is not the time to lie to me.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks rough. And so I just started shaving my head after that. And I instantly felt lighter in all the ways. Yeah. And even though now people think I'm in active treatment because of my because of my hair, so I get a lot of the head tilt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you okay? I was like, I don't know. You want to give me something free?
Yeah,
give me something free?
It depends.
Sure.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard because, like, you want pity because, not pity, but, like, you want empathy because you've gone through so much. Yes. But also you don't want pity. It's like, I am strong. I can do all the things, but it doesn't mean it's not hard. Yeah. And it doesn't mean I want to. Because it sucks. It just sucks.
And in part of your story, like, remind me when I interviewed Inesita, she was telling me, this is what happened. I go through so much to my cancer. Yeah. The most hard part is losing my hair.
Yeah.
But I see in the mirror and I don't see hair in my head. Yeah. It was sort of, Vanessa, not even my boob, not even nothing. Yeah. My hair hit very deep. Yeah. Something in me. That is, every time seeing my mirror, it was just so hard.
And I never even considered doing cold capping. So for the last 20 years, my hair was really long, really thick, and it would grow long enough in 4 years that I could cut anywhere from 12 to 15 inches off to donate. So every 4 years, I would donate my hair. And so when I got diagnosed, and I think you had said, your hair doesn't just fall out in the shower. It's on your couch. It's on your bed. It's in your car. And that grossed me out. Yeah. I was just like, I don't know what made me think that. Obviously, it only comes out in the shower. So that just kind of grossed me out. And I'm going, think how much hair I can donate if I could put those little teeny ponytails right next to my head. And so I ended up donating, I think, 18 inches of hair. Wow. At the very beginning, because I was like, I want to be in charge of losing my hair. And I didn't even think of cold capping or anything. I was like, no, I could give somebody a wig. It'd be awesome. Because nobody said it might not grow back. It'll grow back curly, or it'll grow back a different color or texture, or things like that. And I think if even one person would have said it might not grow back, I think I would have thought of it differently. Yeah.
But we take the decisions, the information we have in front of us.
Yes, totally.
And that is what at least helped me in, like, to don't feel regrets about, because with the information I have in front, I'm like, I'm the same. I didn't know if I need chemo or not. Right. And I go and right away donate my hair. Because, like, I don't know, but it just in case. Yeah. Because of that, like, I want to be in control.
Yes,
of what information that I have right now.
Yeah. There's so much we're out of control. Yes. And that made me think, okay, I'm in control of losing my hair. I can help somebody else at the same time, and it'll grow back.
Yeah.
and not that
That
much.
bit
Yeah,
of
because I'm
information.
let's see, as of February 8th of this year, I'm 3 years post chemo. And so it just, and people are like, no, it'll grow back. It'll grow back. I was like, it's not. Don't say that, please.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that.
You don't know.
And you can try this and you can try this. I was like, this is literally a genetic thing that I have.
Yeah.
So I would have had it, I mean, when I get into menopause in a normal age, probably, I would have had thinning hair. But because it was so much earlier and because I got into menopause overnight, it was just so much more dramatic. And I didn't have hair at the time. So watching it grow back was devastating, to be honest.
Yes.
It
In the
was-
pieces
I
of
hated it.
information that people don't know.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
and we'll come back to you and that your flatbread too.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
decisions and no, because that is something that for me is so important to share. People assume that it's always all decision. It's not.
Right.
But
And
first,
that wasn't my decision either.
No.
Yeah.
we'll come back with that, but I want to hear a little bit about
Yeah.
Jaquelyn and your journey, how everything started,
Yeah.
how, like...
No, I was distance learning with my 4 kids. And so I joke that the reason I went for my annual exam was to just get out of the house. Because it was 2020.
I need a break.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm scheduling that for sure. We're going to go do that. And when I went, she did a head to toe exam and it included a breast exam and everything was great. I was super healthy. Like I like to joke that I enjoyed snacking on kale chips because I was really healthy and I was making like black bean cakes and stuff for my kids. Like I was so healthy and I still...
What year was this?
2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Running,
Middle of the whole fun situation that happened in that year.
Yep.
Yeah, I ended up, that's the other thing, like going to all the appointments alone. And so we're fast forwarding those. So, but I said, something doesn't feel right. And she said, well, you're 38. So let's test your thyroid. Maybe, something's going on there. And she said, just to give you peace of mind, I will refer you for an early mammogram because, insurance wouldn't pay for it until I was 40. And I have no direct family history. And I had done genetic testing in 2016 because my mom had died of stomach cancer. So that's what I was on my radar was thinking, well, that's a rare thing for a 51-year-old woman to get. I'm sure that maybe there's something there. So I'd done genetic testing, had no known genetic mutations. And so I also thought that breast cancer was if your mom or grandma had it.
Exactly.
And old lady disease.
If you have the BRCA mutations, right? And I was 38. I didn't know. Anyway, but she had done a breast exam. Everything was fine. I went for that mammogram. We found the tumor. Did the biopsy. And then, they only do, when you're diagnosed with breast cancer, they only do a chest MRI if your lymph nodes are clear. So did that. And they said, yep, looks like it's stage 2B, triple positive. And I sent my second opinion to Mayo. And they said, yep, we agree with this. And like the tail end of the call, they said, not to be concerned, but our radiology team sees a shadow on your liver, but it doesn't have uptake like cancer does. So it's probably nothing. But yeah, just so you know. And so I had my port placed. I started my chemotherapy treatment. And my liver guy at the U, he said, I agree. I don't think this is cancer, but it shouldn't be there. So when you're done with your breast cancer treatment, let's take a look at it and see. We should probably have it removed. So I did all my chemotherapy treatments and I had my double mastectomy. And then 6 weeks later, I did a liver resection to remove that benign mass. And then after the surgery, he said, when we have it out, it looks like it's cancer. And in my head, I thought, I didn't know what that meant because I thought, well, we removed it. So who cares? Yeah. No one told me that what that would mean if it was breast cancer there. And so did the pathology and they called me a week or so later and said it was breast cancer. Well, she started and said, I have some news. The good news is that your ovaries.
Good news.
Ovaries are fine because I also had those removed because I didn't want any hormones. And so that looked good. That was all clear. But I do need to tell you that it was breast cancer. It was cancer in your liver. And again, I was like, okay, thanks. Bye. We removed it. So who cares? And then my oncologist called and said, this changes your prognosis. She said, I don't know, 5, 7, maybe 10 years. And I said, for what? And so that's the life expectancy with a diagnosis like this. And I was walking, I answered it, walking to the bus to get my kids because I didn't know this was a possibility.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could die from breast cancer when you were in your 30s. And, now, it doesn't matter your age. You could be in your 20s and you can be diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer. So then I opted to do radiation because I figured, why not? We might as well try to blast anything that's there. And then I started on an oral chemotherapy that I've been so fortunate that I've been on that since July of 2021. It's called Verzenio. So I take that twice a day, and I take a hormone blocker because our brain makes estrogen too, and don't want any hormones near me. So I've had no evidence of disease since we removed 60% of my liver. But fun fact, your liver regenerates. So it makes up for it on the other side. So yeah, I've had no evidence of disease. I know I'm not supposed to knock on the table, but I'm knocking on wood.
Yes,
because
it's a moment for that.
Yeah.
We have to.
So a line of treatment for metastatic breast cancer typically lasts about 18 months. So when I say I'm fortunate, I'm so fortunate that this has worked for me for so long. And then I've graduated to getting a scan every 6 months. It was every 3, and then it was every 4, and now it's every 6. So I am, it is. I'm not the usual case, but yeah. So I packaged all of that really big stuff into a small, but I will tell you, it's taken me a long time. That first month after my diagnosis, I couldn't even say the word metastatic breast cancer. Because I thought that I would have been dead by now. So because
it is, like I feel that all of our stories are hope. But when we hear this, especially, I think metastatic breast cancer and the stage 4 is something that it don't come to conversation that often.
No,
we all talk and the research and everything, and I think that is something that urge you to also transform all that pain, all that feeling, all the resources that you're lacking, all that you need that you see there for it in what is Vranicure. Tell us about that amazing organization.
Yeah, after my diagnosis, I went on a deep dive because there were many nights trying to find a woman that had outlived the statistics. And in that research, late at night, I found that while metastatic breast cancer is only deadly form of the disease, 99% of breast cancer deaths are from metastatic breast cancer, which I don't know. What is the other 1%? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I should know by now. I don't know. Maybe they have to say that because it's not, I don't know,
like the 9 out of 10 dentists.
Right.
Not everyone can agree. It's fine.
Yeah. So if you know someone who's died of breast cancer, it's because it left that original tumor and it went to your bones, your liver, your lungs, your brain. One of those places, mine was in my liver. And even though all of those things, metastatic breast cancer receives under 10% now, I think, of all breast cancer research funding. And I just couldn't accept that was normal. Like that was how we would do things. So we started raising money for research. And now we are, this is our, 5th year of fundraising, and we've given $500,000, which is really a big deal because how we're raising the money is begging and pleading and selling some merch.
$500,000 in hats.
Yes, I mean, kind of, yeah.
And socks.
A lot of cute merch. And we're funding some really promising research at the University of Minnesota. And we had funded research across the country. But then the U of M came to us and said, here's the research that we have, and we think it's very promising. We have cured people with colorectal cancer with this treatment, and we want to see if we can do it at metastatic disease, any solid tumor cancer. And so we are funding that now, and we've raised the first $1.5 million of 5, but the research is going to start, and so it's very promising. But when you tell people those statistics that metastatic breast cancer is what kills us, their eyes are opened and they're like, well, why aren't we doing more? And so it's why I am such a loudmouth about it, because the more we know about this, the more quickly we can save women's lives.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want, right? We want people to stop dying from breast cancer.
Yeah. And it's like all this money and all this research and all this going through kind of like stage 1 to 3 and no metastasis, because it's kind of, they give up on you. Yeah. They're like, oh,
Yes.
Sorry, but this is a shit. You're about to die. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just there.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't invest money in you.
Right.
Right.
And to that point, even early stage, when someone says, oh, her breast cancer came back, because even if you are deemed cured with stage 0, 1, 2, or 3,
Yeah.
you can have recurrence years or decades later. And that's part of what makes metastatic breast cancer so difficult, is they don't know why the cancer is like sitting there quietly
Waiting.
for years and undetectable. And then it wakes back up, so to speak. And that's what makes it hard to cure. But
Wow.
but we're working on it. That's what
What
we're
you're
doing.
doing is amazing. I've been one of your events.
you.
They
Yeah.
open labs in University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Learn about all that. Give me so much hope, because the recurrence for a stage 1 to 3 for us is something that we live with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when I was in University of Minnesota, seeing all this research and seeing, let me tell you, that day I woke up, I was like, if this cancer come back, I know we can kick it.
Yeah.
Right.
That
So
hope
hopeful.
in my
Mhm.
heart is what made me turn to Vranicure. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is an amazing thing they're doing here.
Yeah.
I feel so much hope in my heart.
I'm glad.
From that day on, I'm telling you that I was in University of Minnesota with the organization. I don't have that pain
Yeah.
and that anguish of,
Mhm.
what if cancer come back? What if cancer come back? What if cancer? That day, I crossed the door of University of Minnesota, like, if cancer come back, we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
And that
amazing
was a
people
very
working on it.
good
Yes.
feeling and
Yeah.
a lot of hope you're doing.
And
To
they're
all of us,
so-
the one with metastatic cancer and with the ones that we don't. To
Yeah.
all of us. So
Yeah.
thank
Yes.
you so much. We're talking about more about a big event that is coming. Brrr, stay there, because we're talking about that. It'll be epic. But first, I want to talk about how the transformation for you occurred.
Yeah.
It's something so
Yeah.
magical and so colorful as it is the Power Pink Hour.
Yeah.
It's something that started and since the very beginning with a very amazing intention,
Yeah.
empowering woman.
Yep.
So please tell us more about it.
So I've been helping Jackie with events, and last year we did the documentary, the 1 in 8 documentary, and we're both just very like idea people, but then also we can do it.
Yeah.
Like, we have the idea, we can execute the idea, and it'll be amazing because we can work together. And through the documentary, I met Jenna, who is also a thriver. Her breast cancer went to her brain, so she ended up having a double mastectomy and then also brain surgery. So she ended up having to relearn how to walk and just all these crazy things. And so the first day that I met her, when we all gathered together at the shop, and just to kind of meet each other before the documentary filming day and get the wiggles out, I guess. She's like, I'm Jenna, I'm one of the thrivers, and it went to my brain. And I gave her the, you know? And she go, just because it's also just human nature.
Yes.
Because you know how much that sucks.
Mhm.
And that's the place that it was coming from. Not like, I pity you or whatever. It's like, wow, you must have been through a lot. And she goes, yeah, do you want to feel the plate in my brain? I was like, yes, we are going to be best friends. And so she turns around and she shows me like the hole in her brain. And I was like, ugh. And you can feel the metal plate in there. It's so cool.
I'm so glad this is a
And-
visual.
Yeah. It's like, I want to touch it.
Okay.
And so her and I just connected a lot. We both really like texting, apparently. And she kept texting me, and we both just kind of felt lost because last year I sold the shop and Angel Food Bakery took over. So I was in this really just transition of a time that was really hard, and it was more like cut off. Just like one day I have it, one day I don't. And so it was kind of going through this grieving process of having the shop and taking care of people and all those things that I had done for 14 years. And all of a sudden I didn't have any of that anymore. And I was feeling lonely because I didn't have that community anymore. And I still had so much breast cancer things left to go through. And so Jenna's like, I just feel like I want to do more.
Mm.
And I'm going, yeah, I could use a distraction. Like, and she goes, you want to write a book? And I was like, no, not at all. No, thank you. I was like, but we could do a podcast. How about that? You know, does that sound? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so November 12th, so we set up the room in her house that used to be like a playroom, and we got microphones and a mixing board and everything and figured it out. You know, she's like, well, I can do
Amazing.
this part of it and you do that part. And between the two of us, like our skill levels are so different and we just work so well together. I was like, okay, you do all that stuff that I don't want to do, and I'll do all this stuff that you don't want to do. And we just released our 18th episode this season.
What?
And we have been having so much fun. And just like, I mean, and we have experts on there, like radiologists and nurse navigators and other thrivers and survivors, and hearing everybody's stories and things. And then she's like, should we just do a nonprofit? And she goes, well, we should do a children's book. And I was like, okay, ma'am, like, let's settle down, but not, let's do it all. Let's do everything and have events and all these things. And so but we have so many people close to us that are going through cancer treatment currently. And that is such a financial burden on so many people. And seeing people go through that struggle just really kind of hit home, like when you're going through all of that, you shouldn't be struggling financially, and it bankrupts so many people. And so we really wanted to do grants for women in active treatment and an amount of money that would make a difference.
Yes.
That you could pay off a bill, or you could, not necessarily pay rent, but like a decent amount.
But it helps.
But
Even
it
with
helps,
a
but it
grocery.
helps.
Like
Yeah.
that is something I'm now in the transformation to Tetas a foundation for help the Latino community.
Yes.
They are in active treatments. They don't have for food.
Yeah.
And like even a grocery make a huge change. Even
Right.
like diapers for the kids. Like it's something that people don't think about. But your life continue. Even in all this hurricane, you still in your life doing the basic thing. You're still eating. Your family still. So it's just such a burn.
Yeah.
Don't have the basic stuff because you're in a double kind of debt. You're not working, and then you are also like spending so much money in all these medical needs.
Yeah.
So it's just like a very hard situation to be in.
Yeah.
And it does need the most that we can to like help. It's just the way it is. And if any of us like do a little something for the place where we are, it will
And
make a change, big change.
Yeah. And we just want them to use it how they want to use it. It's not, if you want to use it to go on vacation, go on vacation. If you want to use it for groceries or whatever you want to use it for, whatever makes your soul happy. And I was on a speaking panel for International Women's Day, and it was two nonprofits working together, Boulder Options and Resource West in Hopkins. And seeing them work together so efficiently and so beautifully, it just ignited something in me. I was like, it doesn't have to be one nonprofit against another or things like that. Like Jackie is raising money for research. We're raising money for helping women in active treatment. The whole underlying thing is helping women through breast cancer to not die.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I had never realized that so many nonprofits are just kind of like fighting against each other. And I'm going, but what could we do together? And especially in Minnesota, we have seen that lately of everything that we can do when we do it together. We can get people groceries. We can get people safely to work. We can do all these things. And I just really want to embrace that and work together and create all these amazing future moments for women with breast cancer. Because it's not just here. It's everywhere. It's the whole world.
It is everywhere. And
it's all women. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
And that number will increase.
Yes.
That number will decrease. And then they say like, yes, because of early diagnostic and this and that.
Yeah.
The number will increase.
Right.
Early diagnostic or not, these numbers are getting up.
Right. Yeah.
How we can support
and
each
younger.
other.
And younger and younger and younger. Yeah.
I was like in Arizona, just about a coalition, like big conference.
Yeah.
We're talking about a hotel full of more than 300 women.
Yeah.
Under 40 diagnostic.
Right.
Like it's just like without going that far. This table, 38, 39.
Right.
Like in these tables, we're talking early. Like in this table, we have it all. We have no boobs. We have
we have one boob, two boobs, no boobs.
You name it. What type do you want? What do you want to talk about? You need a boob, one boob, no boob. Like what do you?
Yeah.
And then it come back to the point that we were talking earlier. Like it's so much, for me, information is very valuable. Like sometimes people think like, hey, you go flat. Okay, yeah. And then we also hear all this stuff like, say the tetas. And then I was like, wait a minute. What happened when it's not an option?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So when I originally had my double mastectomy, I had expanders placed. He's like, well, we could do direct to implant, or we could do expanders where then you fill them up with saline and then you do that slowly and then they expand and it helps stretch the tissue. So then eventually when you're done with the expanders, then you swap them for implants. Some people are able to do direct implant if they have enough skin, but it's like a bathroom remodel. Like, you never know what you're getting until you get in there, you know? It's like, oh, she moldy in there. No, that's not going to work. I'm sorry. And so, and when you have your double mastectomy, I had drains, one on each side, and my body just wouldn't stop making fluid. I had my drains in for, I think almost 6 weeks.
Really?
And they said they're supposed to be in for 2 weeks.
And they're the most uncomfortable shit in
Yes,
there.
they are.
It's
Yes,
like
they
you
are.
feel something in, you
Yeah.
cannot take a full shower. It's just so...
Yeah. And so, and I just kept going back to my doctor because I was like, it's not getting to the level that says it's okay to take them out. And he's like, well, we need to take them out because I'm scared of infection.
Infection, exactly.
And I was like, okay. And then after we took them out, after we took the drains out, I was, my body still kept making fluid. And I was drained 9 more times with just, so it's called the fine needle aspiration. So he just sticks the needle in there, takes out all the fluid.
And that
he was
doesn't sound painful at all. Like that's,
Right.
Right.
And at the time I was going through radiation. So he goes, if it gets to a point where your skin is too sensitive, I won't be able to do this anymore. And I'm going, can you just take them out?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, clearly my body doesn't like these. And so eventually, I had radiation through April and May. So I had 25 rounds, so 5 weeks. And then in October of that year, so October of 23, I finally had the expanders out. And they do the same thing. They put drains in, everything like that, just in case. And the drains were healed into my body within a week. And so that told me
that way your body was
my
rejecting.
body just hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My body was
just, and I'm going, and he goes, well, we could just try and put implants in. I'm like, if this is how it's reacting to expanders, no.
Imagine what happened with
thank
the
you.
implants.
And so once I had them out, and then after a week, I had the drains out, and it was the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. Because all I had for my reference point was the first one. And there was the expander in there. So it was like a cavity in there, you know? So when you pulled them out, it kind of felt funny and it was like pressure. But when I had it out in October, when I had the expanders out, it was literally like ripping scar tissue to get them out. And I was just like, oh, that's going to be so easy. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I grabbed onto my husband just to hold his hand, you know, and my whole body just started shaking involuntarily. And I'm going, oh, yeah, that hurts a lot. That really, really hurts. And I just started screaming and I'm going, I can't hold it in. I'm sorry. I know this is a clinic and there's people everywhere, but
this sucks.
Really hurts.
This is a 20.
And yeah. And after that, but people look at me like, why don't you have boobs? Why don't you do foobs or, what do they call it? Prosthetics? Why don't you do that? And I'm going, this is me. It's like, as much as I may be uncomfortable with my body and trying to accept it as it is now, I don't want to be adding things. Yeah. I don't want to I've done enough in the last 3 years.
And you've gone through enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when people are like, oh, I can fix your hair, I can fix your boobs. It's like, I know people want to fix things.
But it's not about fixing. It's about acceptance.
It's about accepting me as I am.
Yes.
And my husband, he is the best. But shortly after I think it was after we had gotten married, and he hadn't seen me in makeup very much. And he goes, I would rather be surprised how you look with makeup than the other way. To be surprised how you look without makeup. And he's like, it's just an accent to your already beautiful face, you know? So I always kind of have that in the back of my mind is he accepts me for who I am. He's seen me at my absolute worst and my absolute best. And if anything, that's all I need.
The beauty,
you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest of the world, you accept. I don't need to pamper you for whatever you have going on. As long as it's light and it's love in your circle, that is so beautiful.
But as a people pleaser, it's really, really hard. Because I can look at people and be like, oh, they're judging me, or they
of course. It's easy to go to darker places in general.
Yeah.
About makeup, I want to talk about fashion. Let's get to makeup fashion. Merch! emerge for the pain, emerge for the resilience, emerge for everything.
Yeah.
These women put together this amazing show that
It
is
is gonna be
merged, that is
amazing.
coming the 23rd this month. Are you kidding me? You have to be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about this show. We're talking about almost 20 people in
Yep.
the wrong way.
Yep.
20 drivers, survivors, people that face cancer in the face.
Yep.
And we'll be there,
Mhm.
emerging after that situation. Tell me about this whole theme. Everything is just so amazing, and raising, of course, money
Yeah.
for the great cause like
Yeah.
Vranicure.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us about the show. Get us excited about that,
Yeah.
because we will
And
see
what
fashion.
inspired us? What
We will
inspired
see
us?
fashion. We will see art. We will see survivors, drivers. This will be like boom, and the venue is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Yes.
at the Hutton House.
Uh,
First, I mean, we need to thank them for
yeah.
the opportunity to host something there. I mean, really, and it's such a beautiful
Gorgeous.
place.
Yeah.
And Lane Palm is
Is our
making it.
fearless leader.
Oh my gosh.
And Amy Seaman.
Amy Seaman
Yep.
is directing the fashion. And of course, we have Professional with us who,
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah,
Not a
when
very
you- when
unprofessional.
you are looking, when you're looking for a model who has cancer, it's like, ta-da! The people thinking me. The
Yep.
people thinking me.
Yep.
So I'm like, yes, got the show over there. Boom, boom. We may still have some tickets there, so you need to go there. You can
Yes,
go
please.
through our website, Vranicure.org, and then you can get there to the Emerge tickets. So yes, go for
Yeah.
it. Support
Yes.
a cause. Something
Yeah.
that I want to say is like, sometimes we talk about like, oh, awareness, and talk about,
Mhm.
oh, I want to support the
Right.
people. This is the moment.
Yeah.
yes.
This is the way to support. This is the way to take action. You do it that way. You show up,
Yeah.
and not only that, you will enjoy a beautiful
Oh, it's going to be
fashion
such a
show. It's
beautiful night.
artists, it's designers, it's local boutiques. It's just fun.
Yes.
And flash tattoos too.
Flash tattoos. Hi Creative. Suzanne is creating a custom piece for each model.
Yep.
And really like this malleable gold. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but it's
Warrior
the it's the warrior and the woman, right?
Yep.
So like think that it's going to be, we have some amazing vendors. There's shopping beforehand. There's
Yep.
going to be fun cocktails and mocktails and great light bites. And Amy and I will be there. So,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. You know it's going to be a good
it's
time.
going to be a good time. But 100% of the proceeds are going to fund metastatic breast cancer research. And
At the
so,
U of M.
yeah, so it's so important. It's going to be a beautiful night. Don't worry about dress code, right? I
No.
mean, if you
Do
want
what
to be
makes
fancy,
you feel amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
Where's
you
feel
feel,
good in?
whatever you feel the most
Mhm.
authentic and amazing self,
Yep.
you should
Mhm.
show up. Showing up is more important than everything.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm so honored the Tetas will have a table there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I'm just so happy to be part
Mhm.
of that show and
Me
be
too.
part of your lives and whatever
Mm.
like you are doing. You are like bright life in the, as I call it, pink community.
Mhm.
And for me, it's like such an honor. Like I
Mm.
thank you, Cancer, for putting me together with
Yeah,
people
right.
like you,
Yeah.
with resilience, like people like you both. So
Yeah.
I will share first of all one message.
Yes. All right. All right.
And then it's all one car. And then after that, we would just do like one of you, like just share the message with
Mhm.
everyone that is listening, cancer, no cancer, or everyone that you want to share. But first, this is
Yeah.
a little message. This is cards are
dear.
one for you. Take
Mm.
one. These
Oh,
cards I get from me about very close friend. Renica is her name. And
Oh, cute.
okay, you want to share the message.
Yeah.
right?
Mine says, I celebrate all the greatness in my life.
Mm.
Amen.
Yeah.
And mine is the more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world I choose to shine.
That gave me
That's
goosebumps
so
a little.
nice. Oh, it's beautiful.
love
That
that.
was all for you.
Oh, thank you.
Of
Thank you.
course. Thank you for being here. And please, the mic is you. Please share a message that you want with the people that's listening.
Mhm.
For me, it's find somebody who can sit in the mud with you.
Mm.
It's a
Mm.
quote by Simon Sinek, who's a motivational speaker, but I've found that person in both of you.
Mm.
Is somebody that doesn't try to fix you, doesn't try to, they can sit with you when it's hard
Mhm.
and just be there. And that is so powerful and so meaningful to somebody who is going through it.
Mhm.
And I just want to thank you for that, for
Mm.
being my people.
Yeah,
for that.
likewise.
It's hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, my best piece of advice and what I tried to keep in mind is just one thing at a time, right? What is the,
Mm.
like, because it's very overwhelming. So, okay, what is, don't think about next week or even the next day. Like, okay, what can I do right now Like, what is in this hour? What is happening right now? And just, staying present when things feel chaotic, or just gives you an appreciation too for like being present where you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, worst club, best members.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
It is in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Well, I want you to write some like quote or whatever message you want over here.
Mhm.
And thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
listening to Teta. Thank you both for being here. My heart is full of gratitude. Thank you all. And remember, you are loved, you are accepted, you are light. Thank you, everyone. I love the little heart, by the way.
Yes.
It's like
Have you done that before?
Let's do like 3 minutes anymore. MBC. No relation to NBC.